YouTube. So that's an HWP150, and we know this because of the redesigned grabber arm like this, and because of the hydraulic we adjusted 4-way or 6-way. And you know, we're gonna put this one back in the same category of things that you probably shouldn't try at home. Yeah, this is our new Ditch Witch 1550, and yes, that is a Halverson HWP 150 hanging on it. How awesome is that? So the true premise of a Halverson product is anything with 15.5 gallons a minute, a case drain, and 2850 PSI or more will run a Halverson attachment. So the SK1550 sports 16 gallons a minute and 3,700 PSI. So by the books, she should run it. Never put anything across this one yet. So we're gonna give it a good go. I am running this off the in-cab harness. Yes, it's rough, it's all here, it's zip tied together, and do have the function buttons here. So, all right, let me set the tripod up, and we'll start making some little pieces out of big pieces and see how this big girl does. Oh, and by the way, this attachment does weigh like 1,700 pounds, just so you know. Alright, so what I want to show you before this thing gets up and noisy, when the cylinder and the pusher plate, the whole table goes towards the wedge, on that return trip, it'll come back and stop. What it's looking for is that grabber arm to go down and hold the piece of wood, because when that comes back and stops, that's sizing the piece of wood. So there's a proximity switch inside the table that's tripping the table to stop at that set increment every time until I drop the grabber arm, and that tells the unit that the piece is sized, and then the table retracts the rest of the way on its own. So let me show you what this does. We'll fire it up. We'll use this button to split. I'm trying to run at an idle so that way it's not overly noisy. That's why it's going so slow. So we're almost to the wedge. Cylinder's all the way out. Now we're going to back it up. That's the set increment for the table to get that 16-inch piece. We drop the grabber arm. It feels the pressure. That tells the system that it's sized properly. The table is going back on its own. And then same thing here with the buttons and that hydraulically adjustable wedge. There's a diverter valve inside the unit, so that's this bottom right button activates the diverter valve, and then we use the grabber arm buttons for the wedge to go up and down, so we're all the way up. There's your down, and there's your up. But you do have to consistently hold the diverter valve button, otherwise it just reverts back to the actual grabber arm. So diverter valve, and then you get your up and down on the wedge. Boy, oh boy, do I love this new machine. So I'm actually going to take a screenshot and insert it here in the video just so you can see how much this HWP150 really weighs. If my memory is correct, I think it's about 1,600 or 1,700 pounds, but we'll defer here to the inserted screenshot right from Halverson's website, just so you know that I'm not making it up, that this thing really is that impressive. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the full premise of a Halverson unit is you need 15.5 gallons a minute at 2850 PSI and a K-string. The more gallons a minute is good, up to about like your mid-20s. It is not a high flow attachment. I repeat, it is not a high flow attachment. Standard regular flow. The high flow is nice because you get the 14 pin to connect the electronics through. Again, we're running this one on the in-cab harness that I have modified here so I could run it on this ditch witch. But the 14 pin is always included. A 4-way is always included, and then we can add a 6-way to any of the processors, and we can add the in-cab harness to any of the processors as well, just to make sure it can run on your machine. But yeah, I mean, a half an IBC tote within, one log. We adjusted the wedge up and down to make sure we were catching it right in the center. It's just how the customer ordered this one with the 4-way. So I have a 6-way that's on the pallet over there, but running out of daylight, I didn't want to take any extra time away from doing a video tonight because the weather's only supposed to get worse tomorrow. But like I said, we use everything that we sell. So I have all the tips and tricks in my back pocket, and happy to share them with you as a customer of ours to help shorten the learning curve that comes with some of these units. And would love to talk to you in person, over the phone, or come up here at the Woodyard, do a demo. But give me a phone call if we can earn your business with that sales quote. It's 833-SPLITTER. It's 833-775-4887. You can also email me at sales@shaverequipment.com. And everything we've got for sale is also over on the website, which is shaverequipment.com. And if you pay attention to the video, my cell number is down in the bottom description as well. So give me a buzz, shoot me an email. Would love to talk to you in person, get you a customized sales quote that's all broke out by the line item so you can see exactly what you're getting from us. And hope to talk to you soon. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button here on the channel so you can stay up to date on everything we have going on. And we'll see you next time. Remember, we're always working hard to be lazy.
We'll see you then.